Hello, everybody. We're back again.
It's us,
Thanks, everybody, for coming to our channel and watching another video.
Jeff and Lori.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Lori.
She has to remind me. We want to first start off with thanking everybody. We are very grateful and very appreciative
And surprised.
and surprised for all of the comments that we've had. I know it seems like a whole bunch to us.
We're such dorks. We've not done this before.
we yeah, it's kind of overwhelming a little bit.
But it's so
us.
helpful to hear you guys or to read all of even the corrections. Like, thank you, because we don't want to be saying the wrong things or going to see the wrong things or not going to see the right things. So keep it going.
So there's two themes to this video tonight. One is we're trying to put a list together basically of what we need to do when we get down there, because we don't think 7 days is going to be enough to do what we need to do. When we originally booked this, we thought, nah, we've watched a lot of videos. We've heard that maybe 4 days isn't enough, so we'll do 7. Now I'm not so sure. I mean, we've got a lot of things to do. So, and the second thing, we're going to talk about the market today, up here versus down there. And the reason I want to talk about that is just to kind of let you guys know, we only know what the market's like up here. This is our home, and we're trying to, along with this list we're trying to put together, figure out what we need to do and what we're looking for. We don't want to just go down there and try to figure everything out while we're down there. We want to do a little bit of planning while we're up here. So we're going to talk a little bit about the market, and starting off, the difference in the prices. The prices down there are dropping dramatically. It's not that's good. It's not necessarily happening that much up here, but Tulsa, our prices stay pretty level. We don't have huge increases and huge drops, just as a matter of fact.
It starts on the coasts, and by the time it hits the central of America, it's like 4 years later.
Yeah, it's kind of like a winter storm that comes down out of the north. It gets really bad up there, and then by the time it gets down here, it's a little moderated. So we'll get it big in Dallas, and then it kind of comes up through Oklahoma City, and by the time it gets to Tulsa, it's not as bad. We still get it, but it's not as bad. So we're trying to wait for that sweet spot whenever the market comes down. We've sold our house here.
Tell them who we watch for the market analysis.
Yeah, we think these guys are really good. So we've got David is in Florida.
He's a YouTuber.
He
lives in the Villages. And sorry, go ahead.
No, does he live in the Villages?
Yeah, he lives in the Villages.
I didn't know that.
He does.
But he gives a lot of great detail and data about how the market's going down.
Every Monday night, I think he posts that week's video.
Then we really like Mark Gilbo too.
Gilbo Realty.
If you haven't seen him, I mean, he's our kind of guy. You know what I mean? We would get along great with him.
Honest.
Yeah, he's got some great videos. I mean, great data as well. Shows houses and what have you. Most of the houses he shows though are a little. I don't know if it's that he just doesn't sell the smaller ones. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but we're going to be a little smaller house than
our budget's not.
Yeah, we're still working, so our budget is not up there yet. We can't really use our retirement funds yet, so we're going to be a little bit less. But I hear everybody down there usually ends up in 3 houses anyway. So
eventually, not at once.
So we're going to be down there in a smaller house, and then over time we're probably going to move up, figure out where we want to be and what we want to do.
Yeah.
So
maybe keep the first one as a rental.
Maybe. So the difference in the houses and the way they're built too is a little different. We've got a lot of questions, and we appreciate all the comments that you guys have given us, especially the people that live there, again, because I mean, it helps us to understand what we're going down there to look for. Instead of having a shotgun effect, we can be more precise about what we're looking for. So again, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Houses up here, frame, and we don't have a lot of trusses in our roofs. Everything is pretty well stick built, and then we have a lot of rock and brick because of the storms we have. We just had a thunderstorm a little while ago with a little bit of hail. And so compared to up here, the houses down there generally or in the Villages, are frame with trusses, and then they have siding, vinyl siding.
The smaller ones are.
Yeah, the smaller generally. And so we don't use a lot of vinyl siding up here because it would blow around a lot. You'd hear it, I guess. Up here we use a lot of, again, rock or brick, or we use hardy plank siding, which is heavier concrete. So compared to down there, houses probably would cost a lot more to build here than they would down there, but the prices are more down there, I think, because of the land development fees. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but we're trying to compare a little bit apples to apples, and it's just apples to oranges.
Yeah.
The second way that you guys build differently down there is with your concrete walls. And I'm very curious how they put those walls up and connect them, and how they insulate that, and how they put, the framing on the inside and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm pretty good with construction, but I'm not understanding how that is. There's all kinds of videos showing them being lifted up with cranes off of trailers and what have you, but there's not really much video about how they're put together. And so if any of you know how all of that works, obviously we're not going to go into the construction areas because that'd be trespassing. They don't like people to do that. So if we could get some information from you guys about that, we would appreciate that too.
I want to add one thing about the searching for pre-owned or somebody suggested in the comments that if you go above 466,
466.
yeah, there's some better deals up there because those are some older homes, and plus it's the trees are more mature. It's just it's a
prettier place.
Prettier place. That's true. However, two things that are really a big no for us is the electric stoves. We want gas. Have to have gas. And then the popcorn ceilings, indoor laundry is a must. So when you get up so far, it seems like those older houses just would not work. So we're looking forward to actually going up there and seeing kind of where that line of demarcation happens, if anybody knows that, if it exists. The Villages rep told us that there is an area that actually was plumbed for electric or gas, and it's up to you. And the builder just happened to put electric in, but you could always convert it to gas. We don't know.
Yeah, if you guys have any information on that, we'd appreciate that too. Up here, the season is different. So generally, people build or buy. March it starts ramping up. By the time we get into April or tax season, it's a little busier. And then when school gets out, second week of May or so, depending on the school system, it gets pretty well going here as far as buying and selling houses. And by the time we get to the end of July, it starts slowing down. And we get into August, school closing, September. By the time we get into September,
nobody wants to buy a house.
It's pretty well done.
Yeah.
Except for people that are retired. There seems to be a little bit of a market in the fall for us older people that are retiring. And they're doing that because they get a good deal. Now, I don't know what it is down there. We've looked at a lot of data, and it seems like there's a little bit of a lull in November, but you have warm weather all the time. We have winter here. And so the warm weather down there all the time seems like you guys can buy or sell just pretty much the whole year. So we know that the market...
We want the best time to buy is what you're trying to say.
Exactly. We want to figure out what the best time to buy is down there too. Not that we have to buy then. We're trying to get a deal like everybody else.
Yeah, we might go back down there this winter or this fall and see if it looks like a better deal exists in the winter like it does here. It may be opposite. If you know, let us know.
Right. If you know, let us know.
So we know.
Yeah, we have an HOA. HOAs are everywhere here. And so HOAs are $300 to $500 a year, and it includes, fishing ponds and pools and what have you. We don't necessarily have it like it is down there. So we're trying to compare apples to apples on, bills and fees. And
we know they don't call it an HOA. They have all different, the bond, they have the activity fee, they have the irrigation, fire service fee. There's like...
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, we don't have that. We're going to have to find all that out.
We have fire departments here everywhere. So, and we don't pay a fee. So we're not sure how all that works, but we'll figure that out too. We've told you about some of the videos that we watch. So David is in Florida, Gilbo. We also like, what is that other person? She's a realtor down there.
Oh, Robin
Cavallero. Yeah.
Cavallero.
Anyway, we like her too because she actually shows some houses and kind of what you get for the money. Yeah, and she lives there, and so that's really good information for us too. Yeah. We also use thevillages.com and we go to realtor.com.
Oh yeah, so there's two. You probably already know this, but there's the VLS and the MLS. So the VLS is the Villages Listing Services, and that's only for new homes for sure, and also for some pre-owned homes. MLS is the regular real estate multi-listing, and they cannot sell new homes. However, there's a ton of new homes on there that were bought and never lived in.
Maybe they were rental for a year, and we kind of understand
or snowbirds that went and have to sell.
Yeah. So there's well over 1,000 houses for sale that we're looking through.
Yeah.
And it just seems like we've got a lot of choices, and they're getting bigger.
Yeah.
So we're actually kind of happy about that.
Okay. Well, we don't want to keep you guys any longer.
No, we're trying to keep these videos short.
Pithy.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have some more price drops here in the near future, and so trying to get the lay of the land, main thing when we get down there. And so any comments you can put in, we appreciate that.
It.
So please like and subscribe our
Thank
channel.
you for liking and subscribing and commenting.
We're very grateful. We're kind of surprised and shocked at how well some of these videos are doing, because we're just regular people. Yeah. We don't really even know yet what we're doing. So
suggestions, anything, we'll keep you guys informed.
And we appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Good night.
Night.